Greetings, CM1. Hello everyone and welcome back to your English class. Today we are doing lesson 20. I hope that everyone is doing good today and I hope that you are fantastic. Let's begin. Okay, we will turn to page 28 and finish the rest of page 28. At the bottom, number 4, we have class activity. We didn't do that, so we are going to do that. Okay. So the question is, there's two questions. Question 1, do you watch sports on TV? You have to answer the question. If you do, if you don't, where do you watch them? And number 2 question, do you go to games? So this is like sports games. Do you go to games like baseball game, things like that? Okay, so let's look at the example. Question 1, do you watch sports on TV? And then the answer was, I usually watch sports on TV. So the person is, they usually do. But if you don't, I never watch sport on TV. If you always do, I always watch sport on TV. If you sometimes do, I sometimes, okay? So you have to answer the question. Number 2, do you go to games? Let's look at the example. I never go to games. It's too expensive. If you go to watch soccer in Korea, if your favorite local team is playing or the national team is playing, do you go to watch ice hockey or swimming tournaments? So if you do, then you will be like, I always go to games, or I never go to games, or I sometimes, or I hardly ever go to games. Okay, so use frequency to answer. Okay, remember we learned about frequency: usually, always, sometimes, never, hardly ever. Choose one of those. So it's one question, it's 2 questions that you have to answer for class activity number 4 on page 28. Okay, so once we have finished page 28, we are going to go to page 29, the next page, which is speaking. So it is this page. Page 29, it looks like this, and it's speaking. Okay, right. Okay. Number 1, it says that you have to work with a partner, pair work, but since you don't have a partner, you are just going to do it alone, and you will answer all these questions by yourself. Okay, number 1, how often do you go to the gym? So how many times do you go to the gym? Do you go every day? If you go every day, check that. Twice a week, check that. Every week, check that. So every week you go. This week, next week, you always go. Other, then you can say I sometimes, or I hardly ever, or I never. You can write your own answer, okay? So please make sure that you only choose one answer, okay? Don't choose all of them because it's impossible that you do all of them. Only choose one and check it, okay? All right. Okay, question number 2 is, do you play these team sports? Select the ones you play. So the team sports we have football, we have soccer, we have basketball, we have baseball, we have tennis, squash, volleyball. Okay, those are the ones we have. And number 3, so choose the ones that you play. Okay, so if you play more than one, then choose more than one. That's possible. Okay, number 3, how often do you play the sports in question? So in number 2, how often do you play those sports? Okay, and number 4, do you do these individual sports? So do you do running, swimming, biking, skiing, surfing? If you do any of those, check. If you do all of them, check them all. Okay, and 5, how often do you do the sports in question 4? So how often do you do running or skiing or whatever? Choose one answer. Okay. Number 6, which sentences are true for you? So it's true, not false. Okay, so we have A to F. You choose which sentences are true for you. Okay, A, I'm happy with my sports. B, I exercise to keep fit. C, if you don't exercise, don't check it. Okay, I don't have time to exercise. If you don't have time, check it. If you have time, don't check it. D, I enjoy team sports. So you playing a sport with a team. Do you enjoy that? If you do, if you don't check it. E, I enjoy individual sports. Do you enjoy playing alone, like playing basketball alone or tennis or whatever sports? If you do, check it. F, sports are boring. If you think sports are boring, some people do, then check that. Okay, fantastic. Right, that's page 29. And then number 2 is share your information, ask and answer. So you don't do number 2 because you don't have a partner. And then we go to number 3, share your group information with the rest of the class who plays the sports much more. So you don't have to do 2 or 3 because there is no group. There is no group. Okay, I think that is the end of the classwork. That is the end of the classwork. Now we're going to go to our workbook and go to page 24. Okay, workbook. And we have a reading. So we're going to turn to page 24. It looks like this. There's a reading. Okay, we have a reading. You have to read the reading, read the text. And for number 1, correct the expressions. Okay, so first time I'm going to read. And then second time, we're both going to read. I will read, you listen, and you, if I do this or I keep silent, then you repeat. Okay. Title of the reading, very active at 83. We can see an old man and a bike. Bill Jordan is 83 years old. He lives in Devon in the south of England. He likes Devon. It has everything, he says. Devon has great beaches, beautiful wildlife, and interesting places to visit. Every morning at 10 o'clock, Bill rides his bike to the beach and goes swimming. Then he rides his bike home. Bill does that every day of the year, even in winter. He usually swims for about 20 minutes in the summer. But in the winter, the water is about 10 degrees, so he swims for about 3 minutes. In the afternoon, he sometimes visits friends or he goes shopping. He doesn't have a car. He usually goes by bike or he walks. Bill always eats healthy food. He goes fishing every weekend and also has a vegetable garden. His favorite meal is fish with vegetables, and he eats that meal once a week. I love my life, he says. I want to live to be 100. Wow. Okay, that's a very nice, heartwarming reading text we have over there. Okay, now I'm going to read and you will repeat. Okay, when I keep quiet or I'm giving you time to repeat. Very active at 83. Bill Jordan is 83 years old. He lives in Devon in the south of England. Bill likes Devon. It has everything, he says. Devon has great beaches, beautiful wildlife, and interesting places to visit. Every morning at 10 o'clock, Bill rides his bike to the beach and goes swimming. Then he rides his bike home. Bill does that every day of the year, even in winter. He usually swims for about 20 minutes in the summer. But in the winter, the water is about 10 degrees, so he swims for about 3 minutes. In the afternoon, he sometimes visits friends or he goes shopping. He doesn't have a car. He usually goes by bike or he walks. Bill always eats healthy food. He goes fishing every weekend and also has a vegetable garden. His favorite meal is fish with vegetables, and he eats that meal once a week. I love my life, he says. I want to live to be 100. Okay, good job. Okay, so after the reading, please answer the question 1 to 4 for number 1. And number 2, read the reading again and answer the questions. Good job, everyone. I'm going to see you in the next class, which is lesson 21. Goodbye.